I had always hoped this land might become a safe and agreeable asylum to the virtuous and the peaceful part of mankind, to whichever nation they may belong. George Washington. Washington and our other founding fathers believed that America was a place that could be made a home for anybody and that they could prosper here. And these American values have stood the test of time for over 200 years. Currently, though, they are going through the toughest test of all, as President Trump has enacted an immigration ban specifically targeting specific Middle Eastern countries. While proponents of this believe that it might increase U.S. security, previous legal citizens who had the right to be here can no longer enter the country freely. And it begs the question, what is America's role in a modern world? Proponents believe that there will be increased security for the American people from terrorist attacks. During his campaign, President Trump expressed the need and want to increase the vetting system for immigrants and refugees so that we can make America safer. As part of the vetting process, he wants immigrants and refugees to pass an American values test, as well as make sure they hold tolerance for gays, minorities, and women. And currently, people kind of have the right to be scared of terrorist attacks. There have been some major notable ones in this past year. Attacks include the Paris attacks, an attack in Berlin involving a bus, and the San Bernardino shooting. But when you go to look at the numbers, Trump's plan doesn't add up. This executive ban is a total overreach of presidential powers and an overreaction to the situation at hand. Last year, conservatives said Obama wanted to allow 100,000 to 250,000 Syrian refugees into the country. In reality, only 10,000 were actually admitted. Conservatives also claim that the refugees coming over aren't their best, and I believe this is a totally asinine statement. The folks coming over are Sunni Muslims and Christians, the two most persecuted parts of Syria, persecuted groups in Syria. They're not sending over the persecutors. Conservatives also fear that people coming over may carry out terrorist attacks. And because of this, they are scared to let in men into the country. And so they have claimed that the majority coming over are in fact men. In reality, the overwhelming majority, are actually women and children. So what about those poor, unfortunate souls who are currently stuck outside the U.S. and can't return home? Those with green cards, dual citizenship, and work and student visas currently cannot come home. One example is Mo Farah, a Olympic sprinter for the UK, who also holds dual citizenship between the UK and the United States. Because he was born in Somalia, he cannot currently return home to his family in Oregon. He doesn't even hold Somalian citizenship. Companies also are taking backlash at the president. Tech companies like Apple and Google recruit heavily from Middle Eastern areas in search of skilled workers who they can bring here on work visas. And currently, in this climate, they cannot do that. So again, I ask, what is America's role today as a superpower? Who do we protect? Do we protect ourselves, or do we go out and protect those that need protecting, even though in the end it might harm us? Maybe there's somewhere in the middle. As America grows fearful of rapid globalization and the unknown, I ask you guys to answer this question for yourself and make your voices heard. There are active protests at SFO and LAX airports. I want you guys to fight for what you believe is right and don't let America fall into this pit of fear and hostility. And as a closing remark, I would like to remind you, when one group's rights are threatened, all their rights are threatened.